Okay, so I'm about to show you guys how I get this beautiful ombre purple hair. I started with a light pink unit I bought from Amazon. I will link that in the bio. The first thing I did was I did use the water method, so I went ahead and put some of this purple dye into the water, and I used the color Lavender by Adore. And I just put as pretty much like half the bottle into my sink of hot water, and I just stirred that around so I could get a real like deep purple look that I was going for. I don't really know what I was thinking when I first did this. I kind of was just going with it, and you know, wherever the color took me is where I was going. So you see it looks kind of like a blue huey tint kind of look, but I knew that this would probably be really cute on the unit, so I went ahead and took my light pink unit, which you will see, and I started by dipping the ends in first, just because I wasn't really sure how this color was gonna come out. So I dipped the ends in, and I really submerged that into the dye, kind of shaking it around a little bit so I could get the color really seeping through. I see girls do this all the time and it looks really easy to film, but clearly I had a hard time filming, which is why you see this awkward angle I'm giving you right now. But when I tell you that it was so easy to dye, like anybody could do it. So I'm dyeing the ends of it, and as you can see, the color of the water is getting a lot lighter because it's being absorbed by the hair. And if you saw a little bit, the color of the unit is already changing. This unit, like, I filmed this video in January. I got this wig in December of last year. So I've literally had this wig a whole year, and it costs like maybe $60 from Amazon. So if you don't buy from Amazon, you may need to. I'll put some vendors that I like to use once I start doing wigs and weaves again, but every time I've ever bought from Amazon, it has always been a pleasure. And I used to buy from eBay, but Amazon is definitely a step up, and it's not just like so as you can see me dyeing the tips, the color is a lot darker than it was originally with the first lavender that I used. And once I saw that, I was like, you know what, maybe I should just do a whole purple wig, because I really liked how that lighter purple blended with the darker purple. So I went ahead and just put the whole thing in the water. Okay, so part of my video did get cut off, but I'm gonna go ahead and start applying the wig. I did dye the whole wig purple, so you'll see it's like the lighter lavender at the top, and then the darker African violet towards the bottom. So I'm going ahead just spraying my head with the Got To Be spray, freeze spray, and blowing it so that it can dry, and pressing it down with my comb. I am not good at this method, so I do the best that I can. I see other people do a lot better than I do, but this is like wig tutorial and makeup tutorial for beginners, like people who aren't advanced and don't know what they're doing, and just at home, just, you know, trying to save a quick buck, which is what I'm doing, so that I don't have to pay somebody to make me a $600 wig. I bought a $60 wig and $6 dye and figured it out myself. So, you know, I'm telling you to do the same thing. So basically, I'm just blow drying it to try and get it to dry faster, so I don't have to wait for that freeze spray. Sorry, I am just tripping over all my words. Freeze spray to dry. And this is taking much longer than I expected, so I'm just going to... Okay, so now I'm starting to cut the stocking cap. I cut it down the middle, cut it towards the sides. As you can see, my edges are still out, and I'm trying to lay it down. It didn't really work, but when I tell you, like, you don't have to be as perfect as other people you see people do, because literally it's all about, you know, you being able to put it together at the end. So it rolled a little bit, but I kind of just went on with it and put some foundation on it, so it looks crazy, but I'm okay with that. So now I'm putting my wig on. The wig is freshly dyed. I just dyed it. That's why you still see that it is wet. And I'm adjusting the back of it. I did tell you that this wig came pre-plucked, so I did not have to do any of the plucking. Which you'll see, it also looks great with the lace. Like when I tell you this is a great wig, like everybody needs to buy this wig because it literally lasted a whole year. I still have this wig to this day. And I did make this video all the way in January, and I'm just now posting it, and it is October. So I'm blowing out the wig. And if you didn't see, I did just do a look with this wig, and I posted it a few days ago. And it's kind of like a retro glam look, but when I put the wig on, it looks crazy. But I'm like, that's because y'all don't understand what this wig has been through. See how soft it looks? Like, it's just like, it was fluffy, it was soft, it curled nice, it straightened nice. This was a great wig. So I'm just blowing it out, as you can see. So I went ahead and started parting my hair so that I could begin with the styling process. And I'm going to give you some more, close-ups of the lace so you guys can really see what quality this wig was for only $60. So I'm parting it a couple of ways. And I'm pretty brown, and it matched my skin tone very well, to be honest. I went ahead and pinned back some of my hair so when I straightened it, I could be able to see where I was starting from. And I told you again, I did not glue this down. I will eventually when I adhere it to my head with the Got To Be glue, but right now I'm just showing you, even without me putting it down, it still blend very, very well with my skin. So I'm just going to add just a little tiny bit of concealer so I can really get that natural look going. I'm also going to take my beauty blender so I can pack that product into the lace just to give it more of a brown. The lace was kind of like a beige, like a clear kind of color, I guess. Transparent, I think that's what they call it. But you really have to be careful about this because since it did already come pre-plucked with baby hairs, like you don't really want to make your baby hairs brown trying to get the lace. But for the most part, it's pretty easy just dabbing it on a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Got To Be glue and put a little on the back of my comb and add that right around the perimeter next to my edges. Not on my edges, but fairly close. And I'm going to just lay the wig cap down right around there. This is the easiest method I know to do. And I'm not necessarily I don't do hair. I don't have a cosmetology license. This is just kind of what I picked up by seeing other people do it. And this is what works for me. So I just go ahead and lay that down. And as you can see, for me to be a beginner, I think that this is very, very well done, and I would probably say pretty much anybody could do it because it was that easy. It really doesn't take, it's not hard, it just sometimes takes a little more time than people are willing to give, but if it saves you money, then I feel like it's worthwhile just learning how to do it yourself. And you can learn how to do it yourself and potentially do it for other people and end up making you money. So not only are you saving money, but now you're also making money. So I'm just using the blow dryer just so I can dry some of that glue down, and I'm using the comb to press it into my head. So now I'm going to just begin straightening my hair. I'm using a straightening spray that I got from the beauty supply, and I'm going to just let the music rock and let you watch me a speed up version of just straightening it out and, you know, styling it, bumping it a little bit, laying the baby hairs down, so on and so forth. So let's start. Okay, so now I'm just going to start with the trying to do the baby hairs. I told you it did come with baby hairs already cut, but because I was, I kind of pulled them back and I didn't know where they were, so I was like, oh well, just gonna make some new ones. So I'm just kind of wiping it with a washcloth, some of that product that I said I had put on the baby hairs earlier. And I'm just getting a little tiny bit of the front hairline, and I'm using this to try and hide the lace. So I'm taking that and just cutting it, kind of going down towards my ears as if it was like a layer, cutting little baby hairs. And then I'm going to take some Got To Be glue and just go ahead and sculpt them using the Got To Be glue and my rat tail comb. So this is the finished look with the style and everything. You can follow me on Instagram at Leah from Georgia, or you could subscribe. I told you I am going to be sure to be posting multiple times a week at this point, because I'm like, I gotta get these videos out that I've literally had recorded forever. So if you like what you see, just let me know. Thank you for watching.